Disruption defined Charity Southgate from the moment she was born around 1806 in Virginia. Her mother was an unmarried white woman named Patsy Palmer, and her father was a man of African descent. Relationships crossing racial boundaries were not widely accepted in 19th century Virginia. The arrival of this child was undoubtedly a social disruption. When she was only a couple of years old, the Palmers sent Charity away to Bardstown, Kentucky. Her removal from the home disrupted any relationship she may have had with her mother or a caretaker, the first of many challenges Charity would be forced to overcome. Charity lived in the home of Asher Pullen, who was close to the Palmer family. Though her status in his household remains ambiguous, under the laws of Virginia and Kentucky, Charity was free because she was born to a white mother. In 1821, Jonathan Reed arrived at the Pullen home, demanding custody of Charity. He produced power of attorney papers from Philip Palmer, giving him this authority. At only 14, Charity was facing another disruption. Reed took her to Samuel Wilson's home near Falmouth, Kentucky. Wilson later testified in court that he understood Charity was a slave, and Philip Palmer wished her to be freed at age 28. Charity knew she was born free, but proving this would be a long battle.
What made Charity's situation very unique was she understood that she was the daughter of a white woman and that the sort of national law was any child born of a white woman is the white woman's status. This definitely put fire behind her drive to get her freedom back.
Within a few years, Charity met and married an enslaved man named Allen Southgate. Their first child, Lucy, was born March 1st, 1825. Soon, another representative of Philip Palmer arrived, intending to sell Charity and her child to the Deep South. Thankfully, the plan shifted. Charity and Lucy were sold to Andrew Hughes in nearby Nicholas County. Charity and her children were sold or transferred several times over the next few years. While enslaved, she had over 10 children, all of whom had the same right to freedom as their mother. Charity began to disrupt efforts to keep her family illegally enslaved. With her attorney, she sued for freedom in 1836, but needed witnesses. Attempts to call Virginians Palmer and Reed to testify in Kentucky failed repeatedly, and the case dragged on for 10 more years. In 1846, she was victorious, but several children remained enslaved. Charity persisted until everyone was free, including husband Allen, whom she purchased. Years before slavery's end in Kentucky, the Southgate family had built a cluster of several homes and started a church. The neighborhood became known as Happy Hollow, and Charity is remembered as the mother of the free black community in Falmouth.
Maybe there was even something within her that she wanted to prove a point. You know what I mean? Like, you enslaved me. Well, now I'm staying here where you enslaved me, and I'm also going to purchase property and, erect the first AME church in this town and attract other black families, free black families to this community. Her agency and her sort of independence and her sort of maverick kind of way of thinking.
When Charity died in 1868, she left behind only the wealth of her example. It was not squandered. Following generations are filled with writers, teachers, community leaders, mentors, and gifted athletes.
For me, the important thing about Charity Southgate is that she was the pioneer in our family, as far as we understand, the first social activist. That in real life and in real time, she was determined to shape her future and to get back what she knew to be legally true for herself.
Charity Southgate's disruptive legacy brought strength and success.